Vitinho, how are you? You had a bit of a break over the World Cup. Did you manage to get back home to Brazil and spend some time with family and friends?
Sim, estou bem, graças a Deus.
Yeah, I'm really well, really happy to be back. I had plenty of time, 10 days, to really catch up with my family and get over the homesickness. So really happy now to be back in the Championship and get back to work.
Para trabalhar de novo.
And so you moved from Brazil to Belgium and now you're in the northwest on what is a very frosty, cold morning this morning. How are you settling in here and are you enjoying being in England?
Os jogadores aqui, as pessoas do clube.
The settling in has been really good. Everyone here has helped so much. It was easier than it was adapting to Belgium, given the help I had. Here is colder than Belgium, but the cold's not a problem for me. Everyone here, the other players, the coaching staff, everyone here at the club have helped me a lot to settle in.
Todo o staff técnico, todo mundo do clube me ajudou bastante na adaptação.
And away from the club, sort of settling into life here in the northwest, how do you spend your time away from training, and do you do anything to sort of bring a little bit of Brazil to Burnley, eating any Brazilian restaurants or anything?
Agora eu estou sozinho aqui.
I'm on my own at the moment. I talk a lot on the phone with my family and friends. My girlfriend and my mum are arriving next week, which will be really good, so we can spend Christmas and New Year together.
Juntos, ano novo juntos.
In my free time, I like to watch films, series, watch football games. I've been watching a lot of the World Cup at the moment.
And let's talk about Anas Zarori and the World Cup and how he's doing. How have you spoken to him? Have you wished him luck? Have you caught up with him whilst he's been over there in Qatar?
Eu estava falando com ele 2 dias atrás.
I spoke to him 2 days ago. I told him he's got a really important game ahead, so he has to get his rest. He has to do a lot of running. I'm really happy for him. He really deserves this. He's a young player that's got so much ahead of him, and I'm really happy for him. We get on really well here at the club. We're always together, chatting and having a laugh.
Que eles possam ir longe na Copa do Mundo.
And how proud are you to see sort of Anas joined in the summer and now he is representing his country? Does that motivate you as a player and to see that journey he's been on?
Yes. Of course, as I said about him, he's a young player with a future ahead of him. I'm also a young player, and representing the Brazilian national team is within my plans. I've already played for the national team at youth levels. Representing the Brazilian national team, a call-up would be the consequence of my hard work here. So all the focus is here, and a national team call-up would be the result of my work here.
Wonderful, and that leads us really well on to talking about here, and you've spoken positively, which is great. How have you found working with Vincent Kompany, and what is he like as a manager?
Acho que é uma pessoa que
I think he's someone who really helps the players. He's really concerned with us as individuals, both on and off the pitch. I can learn so much from him, not just his vast experience, but also from him as a manager. He teaches us a lot. He makes his intentions very clear, what he wants us to do, and he doesn't just concern himself with the overall team. He looks at us, our own individual development. I'm only 23. I think I can develop and learn a lot from him.
eu preciso aprender muito ainda.
And the wider coaching setup, it's very experienced in several former players as well. You've got Craig Bellamy, Flo, Yella. How has it been working with them and that setup itself?
São boas.
Yeah, they're really good. I speak to Flo most of the time, but they're all really good people. They help us a lot. They're always talking to us and assisting us. The coaching staff here are great.
What did you think of the facilities sort of here at the training ground as well? Did you have an expectation of what Burnley would be like, and has it exceeded your expectations, certainly the training ground and where you spend a lot of your time?
Before I came here, I did a lot of research on the internet to find out about the club, and everything here, it provides everything we need. It's a really good setup. There's nothing that we lack. Everything here is really good. The food, the people, the dressing rooms, the pitches, really happy.
Pessoas, campo, vestiário, tudo.
Brilliant. And how do you feel that you're progressing here as a player? How is Burnley Football Club helping make you a better player?
Cara, eu tenho muitas.
It can really help me develop a lot. Talking to the manager, Vincent Kompany, and the coaching staff, they've given me individual training setups on areas that I can improve and do better. And it's an older, more experienced squad than the one I was used to in Belgium, which was younger, which means I don't just learn from the experience of the manager and the coaches, I also learn from the other players who are really willing and helpful to support younger players. It's a great setup.
Jogadores também.
And you were one of 16 new signings in a busy summer transfer window. Did that help you settle in, not being sort of the only new face?
Sim, até porque eu sou uma pessoa.
Yes, that was important for me because I am a bit shy, so I was made to feel really welcome and included into the group and helped.
Ajudou bastante.
And with the new players coming, I got on particularly well with the players that had come from Belgium as well. We're a bit closer. We already knew each other from playing against each other.
Então já nos conhecíamos
Really happy with my arrival here. Everything was really good.
e me ajudou bastante todo mundo aqui, não teve problema.
And do you feel that the volume of new signings shows the intent that the club has, you know, bringing in talented players from different countries? And is that an aspect of Burnley that you find attractive and exciting and made you want to join?
Sim, claro. Quando eu cheguei aqui não sabia que era o primeiro brasileiro do clube.
Yes, of course. Before I came here, I didn't know that I was the first Brazilian to represent the club, so that made me really happy. What they said to me that the majority of the players previously were English, so I'm really pleased to be opening doors for players from other nations, from other leagues, and I think that's really good for the club.
Isso é uma,
It'll help the club and it'll help us achieve great things. We're doing really well at the moment as well.
isso é uma coisa muito boa.
And so you've mentioned a few of them. You've spoken about Anas and the lads that have come over from Belgium. Who are your friends within the squad and how much are you enjoying being in the dressing room and around this group of players?
As pessoas que eu tenho mais intimidade são Ana.
The people I'm closest to are Anas, Ian, CJ, Bastian and Benson, but I talk to everyone. For some players it's a bit difficult because English is a bit of a struggle for me at the moment, but I get on really well with everybody.
Tenho intimidade com todos. E aí?
Brilliant. And so let's talk about Turf Moor. What were your first impressions of playing at Turf Moor?
Foi maravilhosa. Eu não esperava que
It was marvellous. I didn't expect in my first game that the fans would have a chant already for me. They embraced me as if I was family. I'm really happy to represent the fans on the pitch and I hope we can continue doing really well for them, not just me but as a group. It's been a wonderful experience.
é uma experiência muito boa.
And funny that you mentioned the chant, that was going to be the next question. How does it feel sort of being a new player, hearing that chant and to receive such a warm welcome to the crowd, from the crowd? Does that feel very special?
Sim, claro. Foi a primeira música que eu tive na minha carreira.
Yes, of course. That's the first chant I've ever had in my career. I'm still a young player, so the first song the fans have made for me, I'll never forget that. I'm really grateful to the fans for that, and I think that support and the singing my name will help me on the pitch.
Pode ter certeza que isso ajuda dentro de campo.
And then we're back at home against Middlesbrough, back at Turf Moor on the 17th of December. Are you looking forward to being back on home turf? And how important would it be to have a full house for that game, pre-Christmas and a good atmosphere?
Sim, jogar em casa é sempre bom.
Yeah, it's always great to play at home. It's much better because we've got the fans behind us supporting us at our home stadium, and it's different type of fixture because it's coming up so close to Christmas, but we're working hard to get a win in that fixture.
Seus jogos e estamos trabalhando para isso.
What difference does it make when Turf Moor is sold out? What does that mean to you?
É sempre bom. A gente sabe que
It's great to play in front of a full house. It really motivates us, it motivates the coaching staff. We know we're not alone with the support behind us, and it just adds that little bit extra in terms of our motivation to train, our motivation to win. We just run that little bit more. It's a great feeling.
correr por eles e é legal que, sabe, eu sei que vai ter muita música dentro de campo.